As you can see, I'm trying to calm because I'm a little overstimulated. I've also got a really bad throat. And I feel hot. Maybe I have corona. Sorry, you can't not think that right now if you feel hot and you have a sore throat. It's like impossible. I'm now thinking about trusting myself, and I would say trusting yourself too. I think this is a video that I can make applicable to others. So there's a few different things that are coming to my mind right now. The first is time and how you're spending your time. Now, if I think about what the rest of my household is doing right now, my sister's probably watching TikToks, my mum's probably scrolling through Facebook, and my brother's playing his video games. So while I'm sitting here wondering if I'm wasting my time by vlogging, I think I have to remember that the majority of the world is wasting their time right now absorbed in alternate realities, whether that be Netflix or video games or social media or consumerism. And I'm not actually saying, like, that's not, like, no offense. It's just, it makes me feel slightly better about my decision, because on the one hand, it doesn't really matter. Like, none of it actually really matters at the end of the day. Like, it's a very arbitrary, like, moment in time. But there's no point thinking like that, because it does feel like it matters to us here and now, you know? And I can't escape that feeling of this matters. And for my household doing what they're doing, which I think I'm probably right about, there will be people out there right now who are, like Jess wrote like 2 essays today, for example. There'll be people who are like working on things which are much more tangible than what I'm doing. So of course there's people on both sides of the spectrum. But if I am asking the question, can I trust myself and can I trust how I'm spending my time, then I think the thing to say is that until I'm ready to make a commitment to one thing or a couple of things, which I genuinely want to do, what I can accept about myself, and I say that like this because I'm thinking of the Serenity Prayer, which is accept the things I cannot change, have the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So the thing I can accept I can't change about myself is if I'm not in love with the thing that I'm doing, if I'm not passionate about the task, I will rarely do it, or I'll do it to the absolute minimum of my ability. The courage to change the things that I can, I think I can have the courage right now to change the fact that there might be some things that I do feel passionate about, and in the past there have been things that I felt passionate about. So those things are things that I could potentially feel passionate about again, and I could recultivate. The difference between recording a series of 30 vlogs in one day and making a music video when I was 11 is that making a music video when I was 11 involved other people, so it felt like I was more plugged into reality at the time. It was a project which started and finished all in one day, and it was more socially acceptable in length, and it wasn't such an invasive insight into my mind. But I think something is still staying true here and was true there. Weirdly, I just had a thought about, well, what if I wanted to make music videos as a living, for example, now? Well, I'm not sure how many music video companies, or whatever they're called, companies, would take me on board if they'd seen these videos. And I want to say I think I'm okay with that because I'd be happy doing it myself. That's also quite a scary amount of pressure to put on myself. So feel a bit stuck there, but instinctively think that I am probably correct in creating my own path, like melding my own way, even if it doesn't get very far. Because if I let my the thing is, if I let my like ego go kind of thing, like, and remember that the drive in me, like underneath my skin there's a fire within, has like never really gone away for that long. I've just lost energy at times. Like, if I keep trying, eventually something should work, I think. So, you know, I'm scared of this process that I'm undergoing right now of announcing my sort of my fantasy world, you know, my inner world, my whatever you want to call it. But I also do trust that I'm not really saying that much that's new, and I think where I'm a bit confused right now is how much of this to share and how much of this to keep to myself. But if I have a channel that is just got, say, hundreds and hundreds of videos on, and as I'm watching them back, I just like pick like my favorite ones to promote, or like some of them are quite good and some of them are just total crap. I think it's a different approach, but it's kind of like it's quantity over quality, you could say, of the same thing. And I'm just thinking as well, like when you watch someone like Russell Brand, for me, when I watch like Russell Brand or Ricky Gervais, I'm not actually watching them to like hear what they have to say. I just like the sound of their voice. Like, I just like them. So if there is someone out there who just happens to like me beyond myself, then I imagine just watching me talk is kind of the whole point, and getting a gist of what I'm on about and what I kind of speak for and speak about. So when I come back to the question of can I trust myself right now, which is what this vlog was about, yes and no, I would say. It's like the control thing, but I think that though this way does scare me, and right now I feel on the trippier side of the spectrum, it is a part of me which, whether or not I look at, is there always. And sometimes I try and numb it through food, sometimes I try and sedate it through watching TV, but nothing really ever works. It's constantly going on in my head. So now I'm just starting to have a conversation with this other person. And that's that, really. I think it does kind of make sense, to be honest. I don't think it's actually as strange as, well, it is very strange, but then it also does make sense to me. And that's kind of that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, peace.